The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. An argument arose among the disciples about which of them was the greatest. Jesus realized the intention of their hearts and took a child and placed it by his side and said to them, "Whoever receives this child in my name receives me. And whoever receives me receives the one who sent me. For the one who is least among all of you is the one who is the greatest." Then John said in reply, "Master, we saw someone casting out demons in your name, and we tried to prevent him, because he does not follow in your company." Jesus said to him, "Do not prevent him, for whoever is not against you is for you." The Gospel of the Lord. One of the Franciscan brothers of his own community who went to Auschwitz with Father Maximilian Kolbe, but who was a survivor, unlike St. Maximilian. He said one night while they're in their bunker, he feels someone at the foot of his bed. And he just opens his eyes a crack so he can see what's going on. He looks down and he sees Father Maximilian gently tucking in his feet that were sticking out from underneath the cover. That same brother is one of numerous survivors from Auschwitz who said they would oftentimes see St. Maximilian Kolbe giving away his ration to those who were complaining of hunger, even though they were all slowly starving of hunger. He was the father, the superior of literally hundreds of brothers living under one house, and they all said that he knew them personally, that he was attentive to every single one of them, even though he had to oversee so many. And in fact, he would make himself available at all times. On one occasion, he was very sick, and so he retired early for the night. And a couple of brothers came, and they put up a sign outside his door that says, "Please do not disturb." When he found the sign, he gave it back to those brothers, and he said to them, "Please take this away. Anybody can come to me any hour of the night or day, always. I belong to them." I remember Mother Teresa of Calcutta said she might well have been the world's greatest toilet cleaner, because it was the task she most often gave to herself when the sisters would clean the convent, the lowest task. It does not say why the apostles were arguing about who was the greatest. The fathers say, it might have been because they had just tried to cast out a demon and were unsuccessful, and so they were pointing fingers at one another. You know why? It's because you're so weak. You didn't spend time in prayer. Or maybe it was because he took Peter, James, and John apart from the rest. Or because Peter had preeminence. Whatever the reason, the example he gives is to take a child, that which normally the superior, the greatest, wouldn't take their time to do such a thing. They designate that to somebody lower on the totem pole. And not just to take a child, but he says, when you take a child in my name. It's hard to do something for vainglorious reasons when we do it in his name. It's one of the ways to most safeguard ourselves from that fault. May we seek to do everything in his name.